This is Zero from Techdragon.info, and today we're gonna take a look at the 8.5 test server and take a look at what's new. Well, what you can see here is a exhibit, I guess, of all the sort of similar medium tanks, tier 10. So we can take a look at how the Leopard 1 compares. Now, we'll start off by looking at the HP. 1950 is basically very much in line with all of them. The only one who has more HP is the Patton, and that's about it. But now we get to the weight part, and we see that this tank is actually pretty light compared to the other ones. The Russian is slightly lighter, the T-62A. It's about the same, I guess, as the British. So, weight-wise, that's where you're at. Excuse me. But when we take a look at the horsepower, that's where it starts to get interesting. It has the most powerful engine out of all the medium tanks here. 830 horsepower versus 810, 810, and 580. So when we take a look at the maximum speed, 50, 40, 45, 65. It's by far the fastest medium in here. And then we look at the traverse speed, and again, actually, excuse me, the Russian is slightly faster. Huh. Did not expect that, but not by much. Now, armor-wise, yeah, this tank sacrifices armor for speed. I mean, clearly 70, 35, 25 versus 110, 60, 76, 35, 121 frontal, 102 frontal. This thing has no armor. Pretty much the same with the turret. It doesn't even remotely compare to any of the other turrets. So if this tank is gonna get hit, it's more than likely gonna pen. If people have some high caliber, high explosive guns or high explosive ammunition, you're pretty much screwed, because even on the front, some of the high explosive, high tier guns can actually pen you and will do full damage. This tank is definitely not one you want to get hit in. It's gonna end badly. I'll leave the damage for now, and I'll leave the rate of fire. Turret traverse is 36, which is actually the worst out of all of them, surprisingly. But still not bad. The signal range is not bad, the same as the British. Excuse me, view range. And the signal range is pretty average at 750. So now we get to, I guess, the most interesting part, the guns. Let's see. The caliber doesn't matter too much, it's all roughly the same, 100 and 105. The rate of fire is less than the Russian. About similar as the British, and pretty similar to the American as well. Penetration 268, 268, 268, 264, so that's all roughly, no, almost exactly the same. They're really not that interesting. Then we get to the damage. 320, 390, 390, 390, so damage pretty much the same. Accuracy 0.34, 0.32, 0.36, whole 0.3. It's on par with the most accurate gun in the game. That's not bad. And then look at the aiming time. 1.9, that's the shortest aiming time out of all of them. So this gun does the same damage as all the other ones. It has roughly the same speed other than the Russian. But that one actually has lower alpha damage, so. But it has the lowest aim time and the best accuracy. That sounds like it's a pretty damn good gun. So it on paper at least, it seems like a tank that can dash out a lot of damage very accurately from long distances, can get into spotting positions really well. It's fast, it's really fast. Can also get out of bad positions really quickly. And from what I heard, it also has decent gun depression, so this sounds like a very, very interesting tank. Now, I'm gonna first show you the rest of the update, the 8.5, and the next video will be some games in this tank. Let's get out of all of this. First off, we'll take a look at the tech tree and Germany. As you can see, you can go from the VK3002D into the Indian Panzer, after the Leopard PTA, prototype A, into Leopard 1. But you can also go from the VK2801 into the Panther, excuse me, wow, and then into the Indy. So there's two ways of getting there from earlier in. Actually, you can go from the Scout line all the way to the Panther Scout into this one, or you can go basically the medium line. It's nice that you have the choice. I do believe, yes, both of these are new. No, excuse me, the 2801 isn't new. This one is. So that's how you can get there. Now, as for the Russians, I haven't looked at this yet. Pretty sure they supposedly got 2 new light tanks. Just trying to find them in the tree here. I don't even know what tier they are. Ah! Okay. Really? That's where they are. A T70 and a T80. I mean, I have pretty much the whole line unlocked up to tier 5, except for the T52 and T50. But so they've added 3 new Russians. Let me check. Yeah, 3 new Russians. So this one, and this one. The T60, the T70, and the T80. But why? Why? Granted, the A20 is a piece of garbage, so having an alternative way of getting to the T34 is nice, but why? What's the point of having 3 new tier 2, 3, and 4 tanks in already a light tree that's already there? It might not be a brilliant tree, but I kind of fail to see the point of this. But okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Russians could have used maybe a tier 7 or tier 6 maybe scout, you know, go up a little bit further, but no, they decided to put in some low tier ones. Okay. Odd choice, but okay. Alrighty then. What else do we have? We have 4 new tanks that are only available to super testers. I'm not quite sure what this means, the super testers, or how you become one or get one of those. So don't have too much to say about those because I don't really know anything about them, and I don't think you can actually see them in the trees anywhere. So don't know. We have a new British premium artillery, the Sexton 1. A premium, of course, tier 3 artillery. Let's take a look. Has a rate of fire of 8. That's not too bad. 0.47 accuracy. 5.1 second aiming time. Seems a bit long for tier 3, isn't it? Or is it just me? I don't remember too well with lower tier artillery. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. A tier 3 artillery, I mean, I'm not a big fan of artillery in general, but tier 3 one seems like a bit of a waste if you ask me, but especially for 1200 gold. That's a lot of money for just a tier 3. Well, yeah, 850 for the French one. So why is the American, British one 1200? That's a bit strange. And if you look at any of the tier 3s, they're all cheaper. So, I don't know. Here, even tier 4 is cheaper. I think they have to lower that price, because that seems a bit excessive for just a tier 3 artillery. But I guess we'll see later on if they change that price or not. So, let's see, what else do we have? Well, I can't really show you, but we have a new map. Pearl River, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Pearl River. Let's see if we can do a team training. Create invitation, and let's see if we can at least get a glimpse of it in here. Yes, we can. So I was discussing this with other people, and I have not been on this map yet, so I'm not quite sure, but it seems if you can go this route that it's going to be quite short to get to the enemy base, and this base seems to be way more protected in terms of choke points, how you can get there, than this one. I mean, you can get shots at this base from all directions. Well, on this one, since it's in a little bit of an alcove here, you're gonna have to come around all the way to probably like over here to even see half of the cap zone. So I'm not quite sure how and if this map is gonna work very well. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now, I don't think I can go in alone. No. I don't think there's anybody online. No. Sadly, they're not. Oh well. So, let's delete the room here. Let's see, what else do we have new? 3 maps have been updated. Siegfried Line, South Coast, and Melanovka. Again, I haven't done any games yet, so I'm not quite sure what changed, but they've been redone for the new physics. It seems that every patch they do redo about 3 maps, so it's going to be interesting to see how it actually changes the gameplay, and we'll just have to wait and see. They've also slightly updated, minor changes and improvements made to Redshire, El Halouf, Karelia, Sand River, Steps, Himmelsdorf, and Live Oaks. Don't expect too many changes there. I'm guessing they smoothed out some ground here and there, removed some potholes that were screwing up light tanks and those kind of changes. Although I'm not quite sure what they would have changed in Himmelsdorf. That will be interesting to see because it's a city map. It doesn't have a lot of potholes or anything really. So then we have another pretty major change. Take a look. 20,000 credits instead of gold. So you can use either credits or gold to buy them now. I'm not quite sure how it works. Ah, okay, like that. So you change the price there, but 20,000 is pretty steep. I mean, you're gonna have to make a shit load of money if you want to keep up with those prices. So is it gonna be worth it? I don't think so. The only time it would be possibly worth it to buy these things is buy them in massive bulk when they're half off. So they only cost 10,000 a piece, and even then that's probably gonna cost you more money than you're gonna make. So if you're farming for money, this does not seem to be the way to go. But it's nice that it's possible. Now another change, and this is not the only one with the premium and non-premium kind of balance they have in the game, is the platoons will now actually go up to 3 people instead of 2 on a non-premium account. The same will go for tank companies. You can actually start a tank company that's, you know, without a premium account. So I'm not quite sure why they are making this step into the sort of non-premium zone. Do they think that they're screwing out too many people that want to play in platoons but can't with it? I mean, in all fairness, I don't really think it should have been a premium thing to begin with, especially Platoon. I mean, it's not that difficult to play with 2 other friends, but you have to have premium kinda sucked. So I'm kinda happy they're removing that. It allows for a lot more team play, hopefully. And hopefully we're gonna see a lot more people platooning, which usually is better for the teams. Not always, but having 3 people who hopefully are communicating will definitely help your team, and in most cases will not hurt it, unless you get those bleeping idiots that take in a low tier tank into a high tier game and then shoot each other for shits and giggles or whatever the hell it is they do. So I'm hoping not to see that more often, but then again, they were already doing that with a 2-man platoon, so we'll see what happens. Can be, well, good or bad. I'll just have to wait. What else? Let's see. Nope. There we go. The camouflage is now cheaper. I'm not quite sure what it cost before. Oh yeah, 17k is definitely cheaper. I think it was like 50k before. And I'm not sure about the 31. I think this was like 300k. Something like that. So, yeah, it's definitely nice to see that it's a lot cheaper now. And, well, actually affordable. Before it was just so expensive that it really wasn't even worth getting it for credits. And now it, you know, actually might not be a bad idea for some tanks if you want some extra camo rating for a little bit. If you're grinding on a tank but don't want to spend gold on it, then yeah, it might be a good idea. What else? Also the cost for the inscriptions went down. Okay, there we go. And had to think about it for a second. Again, I am not quite sure what these things cost before. And I think they also did some changes to the decals themselves, into giving them some more resolution or scaling up the size in some cases. They've done some, you know, a little bit of work on it. Inscription resolution size increased, so yeah, they've just got a little bit bigger and a little bit sharper. That's a good thing. Let's see what else we have. If there's anything else I'm forgetting about. I think that was pretty much it for the most important things. The IS-7 has its speed increased by 9.6 kilometers an hour, from 50 to 59.6. Improved some visual models for the IS-3, Valentine AT, PC-5 Panther, PC-34, Objects 263, VK3001H, Conqueror, IS-4M, I'm guessing that's the Chinese, yeah. The Matilda Black Prince, the IS-7, the Aero 44, and the Black Prince. Well, I have some of those. Valentine AT, yes. Valentine AT, yeah. Should have some improved visual models. Well, not quite sure what's improved about this. Still looks like garbage. Nah, that's actually more a tank than the visuals. I'm not sure. If I find out later, I might post a annotation or something, or a screenshot next to it. I don't know, but from just looking at it, I can't really see anything new. Do I have any of the other tanks? No. Nope. So, I don't know. Apparently something changed. I just don't know what. There have been some fixes to the collision model of the Panzer one. I'm guessing that one is called differently in here. No, wrong one. Tech tree German. I'm guessing that's. I think they kind of screwed up the translation there. Panzer. I'm not sure which one they're talking about. Odd. Well, leave a comment down below if I'm just completely blind and completely overlooking it, but as you can tell, I haven't done too much in the German tree. I've done some, got all the way to my Panther 2 here, but I don't know too much about the TDs and all that, especially don't know them by name. Techdragon. I really don't know. I must be missing it, so please point it out to me in the comments which one it is. And the Jack PZ 100, of course. I'm not quite sure what they changed though. They just said collision model, so if they deal more damage, maybe based on their weight, or not sure. There have been some minor changes to some medals, some conditions you need to meet for those medals. I don't think it affects any of mine. Actually, it does. Huh. Okay. It does. Did not expect that. So, this now actually shows your progress. Interesting. So what else you need to kill to achieve the expert USSR or the expert Germany, or very interesting. So for the USA I only have to kill 3 more tier 10s. I have to kill a bit more in Chinese 3, French 1 a bit more as well, UK quite a bit, so my American is the closest, and my master tanker needs this and then 36 more. So I'm quite far away from that one. What's interesting now, you can actually see your progress, how much more you need. And I don't think anything else really changed here. Let's see, they fixed some small bugs. One thing I have not seen anything about, and again, please leave a comment down below because I want to know this very badly. People with NVIDIA drivers have been having massive issues with the game crashing immediately after a battle, and I would love to know if this still happens, but well, luckily for me, sadly for you guys, I have AMD graphics. I don't have those crashes. So please let me know if it still happens with the 8.5 beta clients. The game still crashes or not. I would love to know and love to share it with all of you, because that's very nice information to know. And I think that's about it. There's some more small minor tweaks here and there, but not really interesting. Some high explosive fixes here and there. No nerfs or anything, but just some weird quirks with if you shoot a dead tank with a high explosive, that it will actually not explode, just be absorbed. Those kind of weird glitches have been fixed. And other than that, it doesn't seem like there's really anything interesting, other than some optimizations, some small reworks, some fixes, and all that. So next video, like I said, we'll have some footage of me driving around in the new tier 10 German tank. No idea how that's gonna go. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna meet up with a shitload of other people driving it, and we'll see what happens then. Until then, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and if you know which tank that was earlier, that German one that got changed, leave a message down below. If you know anything about those crashes, if they still happen, please leave a comment down below. And thank you for watching.